bombshell as first signing arrives in London. Despite his positional similarities, Agum is not necessarily being targeted as a direct replacement for Thomas Partey, who still hasn't made a decision on whether or not to accept Arsenal's contract offer. The interest in Agum is also not influenced by the impending arrival of Martin Zubimendi, with Mikel Arteta keen to add the 23-year-old as a rotational option. Arsenal are focusing on Real Madrid winger Rodrygo after Nico Williams' decision to join Barcelona, despite an awareness that the Brazilian will be hugely expensive. The Los Blancos star is seen as a perfect fit for Mikel Arteta's system, and Arsenal will try for him if they feel there is a chance of landing him. So far, however, Rodrygo maintains his position that he will only agitate for a move if he gets the feeling that he won't be a regular starter under Xabi Alonso. Martin Zubimendi arrived in London on Friday to finally complete his long-awaited transfer to Arsenal, with the Spain international set to become the Gunners' first signing of the summer. Arsenal have agreed to pay a little over his €60 million release clause in a bid to get better payment terms, as his clause would have needed to be paid in one lump sum. By negotiating a different structure, Arsenal have the ability to pay off his transfer fee in several installments, thus easing the strain on the club's accounts. Thomas Partey is 90% likely to leave Arsenal when his contract expires at the end of the month. Arsenal refused to improve their original contract offer for the Ghana international, so the midfielder won't renew. An unnamed Premier League club approached Partey last week regarding a potential transfer. Portuguese media claim that a voice message of former Sporting director Hugo Viana, now at Man City, has leaked in which he promises Victor Gyokeres that he will be sold for €70 million this summer. The fee for which the Swede will leave Sporting continues to be the subject of a heated dispute between the player and the club, with the latter insisting that they never named a specific fee. Gyokeres remains on the radar of Arsenal, and the 27-year-old is understood to be prioritizing a move to the Gunners. Spain international has been heavily linked with a move to the Emirates Stadium for months, and the deal is now on the verge of being formally completed. Transfer news expert Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that Zubimendi will join Arsenal, while The Athletic's David Ornstein has now revealed the Spaniard is in London to meet with Gunners officials and complete the formalities of his transfer. Arteta has driven Arsenal's pursuit of Zubimendi, and the Spaniard is set to bolster the Gunners' midfield options following the departure of Jorginho to Flamengo and Thomas Partey's imminent exit on a Bosman deal. Real Madrid were interested in hijacking Arsenal's move for Zubimendi, however the Gunners have remained confident of reaching an agreement, and the deal is now considered to be done. 26-year-old will leave Real Sociedad having racked up 236 first-team appearances for his boyhood club, and he could make his competitive Arsenal debut against Manchester United in their opening fixture of the 2025-26 Premier League season. Article continues under the video. One of the Gunners' top priorities this summer is bringing in a top-class left winger who can act as an upgrade on Mikel Arteta's current options. Gabriel Martinelli is a solid player, but he perhaps lacks that X-factor that really elite attackers have. Leandro Trossard, meanwhile, has often had to deputize in other positions and is on an expiring contract, with negotiations moving incredibly slowly in recent months. Should no agreement on fresh terms be reached, he could be sold this summer. Gyokeres' relationship with Sporting CP is becoming increasingly complicated. The striker feels that the club have gone back on